Just a minute. Yes.
You talk about attachment to children, but you continue those attachments as your children get older, and a lot of times, when the children get older, they are, I guess maybe you're disappointed with things they're doing and so forth. You keep telling them, not to do this. I guess that's a form of attachment.
Yes. Okay, what do we gain by attachment? See, this is the question. What do we gain by attachment? We only suffer. We cannot control anything. Any child you are attached to, by being you're being attached, you cannot change them. Matter of fact, if you are attached to them, you try to tell them, do this, do that. More you try to tell them, they would resist you. Okay? Attachment creates generation gap. Just imagine. Generation gap means parents and children don't get along. Because parents love their children, but they're attached. They try to tell their children. So always I found children resist. No exception. My children also, they don't resist, but just they're not as receptive. But grandchildren, they're more receptive. Mahatma Gandhi's son, you consider spiritual master, he resisted Gandhi, and to take revenge, he became Christian, and then he became Muslim. Just all these things. But Gandhi's grandson took on the movement of Gandhi. Mm-hmm. Okay. So by being attached, you don't gain anything. David, you want to share anything else, if you feel
Well, I know my sons, I have two sons. One I don't have the issues with, but the younger one, he's had different jobs and so forth, and I've tried to tell him what to do, and I think you talk about attachment, the more, I think I'm better off just keeping my mouth shut and letting, because you know what, when you tell somebody that, they don't figure it out themselves. They actually, I think you're right, they actually resent it and fight you. So I think I've learned, just coming to you.
David is studying with me privately for how many years?
I guess a few years already. Huh? I guess a few years.
Yes. But, and what did you gain over the years?
Oh, a tremendous amount of... Yes. Well, just talking about the one thing about attachment, I mean...
Yes.
That I've gained... I gained a different perspective on life, I think. I'm an attorney, and, for 40 some odd years I've been combative, like as an attorney, with the idea that you talk about duality,
Yes.
You talk about duality in your new book, and I think as an attorney, actually, maybe not as so much an attorney, but trying to strive and be successful, and so you become you and I and so forth, and you kind of changed the attitude of me, like there's certain connectivity and so forth, and
yes.
And I think that's something I picked up recently from your new book, actually.
Yes.
But the other thing was the attachment with my younger son. I have found that exactly what you're saying, the more I try to lead him and so forth,
yes,
the more frustrating I get. And
yes.
I'm holding him actually back,
yes,
by doing that. So I've backed off.
Yes.
And he's actually, I think, doing a little better, and I think I'm doing a lot better. And like you say, attachment, and like she said before, that she's trying to teach somebody to go to a different level or something like that. I mean, you kind of attach yourself when you're frustrated and you don't want to go to that level. I think that's attachment too. So it's not really my son's problem. It's really my problem.
Yes.
I think that's the big thing I have learned.
So this is the thing that he says in the law school and going here and going there, they never taught me this.
No, they never did.
They never teach.
They should. Mm-hmm.
They teach you that the world controls you. So, to be happy, control the world, control others.
Well, that's, I think, the duality that you talk about.
Yes.
And I think that makes you very unhappy and,
yes,
insecure, like you talk about.
Yes.
And, I mean, I've learned, you asked me what I've learned a tremendous amount of things from you, but I seem to be learning new things all the time.
Yes. So when people come for consultation, I don't plan anything. Everyone at different stage, and something happens. They feel better just coming here. You know, something happens. So there's just like inspiration, because I'm not trying to impose anything. Like everyone at different situation, they feel comfortable. And these are the seeds. And sometimes people get frustrated. I'm studying with you for so many years and things are not happening. But imagine the programming is going on for 60 plus years. And in 2-3 years, you make some changes. How can you see it? But so many times they say, my children, my friends, everyone says, you are more relaxed, you are more this, more that. They notice the changes. That is the reference point. Because you don't see the changes yourself. What you are changing is fundamental thinking. The seeds are sown so that knowingly or unknowingly you see the life differently, think differently, and that transforms you. So transformation takes place when you go deep inside, not by covering up from outside. Yes. So David, I recommended to come to group class. He was not feeling good. I said, relax, and you will feel better at the end of session.
You feel better already.
I told you. Yes. Yeah.